'cause the sun's gonna shine my back door someday. Traveling mind, it's true. I have almost lost my mind. Never had so much trouble in my life before.
Up or down?
Hmm?
Should I have my hair up or down?
Up. Definitely up. You smell nice. Taste awful.
So sniff, don't lick. Joe, stop it!
No.
Get off.
Why?
A, because I don't even know what I'm going to wear, and B, because I have to unfreeze the raspberries. God, I don't know why we bother.
A, because you invited them. B, the verb is defrost, not unfreeze. And C, I wish you wouldn't keep saying A this, B that, C the sodding other.
I get it off Grace. She keeps telling me my articles must be A, relevant, B, incisive, and C, reassuring.
Well, how about D, relaxed? Or E, affectionate?
Yeah. And how about F, off? I did not invite them anyway. Well, only Deb and Nolan.
And Dave.
And Dave. I didn't know he was going to bring his girlfriend. And I didn't know that you were going to invite Thingy.
Rosie.
Rosie.
No, I didn't. I told you she invited herself.
People do not invite themselves.
Well, Rosie probably finds it necessary. She's vegetarian, by the way.
That is it. That's the bloody limit. I suppose you think your academic vagueness is charming. Well, I don't. You can cook her a cheese omelette because I am not going to.
You know, I don't think she eats cheese. It's made with rennet. Comes from cows' insides. Well, she can just have pulses.
I have not got any pulses. If Deb starts on about childbirth again, I shall puke. I really will. I mean, having your husband there, fine. Tasteless, but fine. But taking photographs is just perverted. And if she is going to hand those kind of pictures round at a dinner party, she really shouldn't serve red currant jelly.
Oh, please. Remind me.
No, I wouldn't mind. But it's such an ugly little rat.
Oh, now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, dear heart.
Not true, actually.
Of course it is.
Beauty is beauty. Ugliness is ugliness. Marilyn Monroe. He's beautiful.
Was beautiful.
Is beautiful. Deb's little rat is ugly. I am unsatisfactory.
You're suggesting there's some absolute standard of human beauty.
There is. Julie Christie on the cover of Honey magazine, April 1964. I used to walk around like this, hoping my mouth would go all wide and sultry like hers. I used to measure it once a week with a pair of school compasses.
Well, that's just being a teenager. You do grow out of it.
I know. But you never grow out of wanting to be beautiful. You just realize you aren't going to be.
Well, Rosie will cheer you up. She's fat.
Oh, good. Is she gross, repellent, and desperately miserable?
Well, I don't know about miserable. But she's the kind of woman who eats chips and apple pie in the canteen and says it's a protest against women's role as sex objects.
Oh, Gad. I don't think I'm going to like her.
Hola!
Oh, thanks. Hey, you shouldn't have. Oh, Polly will love the flowers.
They're for you as well, you know. I don't see why men shouldn't appreciate flowers.
Wine or gin?
Oh, wine, please. I mean, is weaving really the answer, you know?
I suppose that depends on the question. Polly, this is Rosie.
Hi!
Hello, Rosie.
I've just been telling Joe all about Mexico. I was telling him how amazing it was, you know?
Really? In what way?
Oh,
I get it.
The warmth of the people, their naturalness. I mean, Why can't we be like that?
Well,
Just what is it about the British? Why are we all so reserved in our style? You know, Mexican women are absolutely incredible. There is no self-consciousness about them at all. A woman gets fat, she loses her teeth, she gets wrinkles. It simply doesn't matter. That's what I love about these people.
Hi, Polly.
Hello, Dave.
This is Kerry.
Hello, Gary.
Hi, I'm Rosie.
How'd you do?
I love your flying suit.
I had it made. I've got one. They're fantastically comfortable, aren't they? And really useful having all those pockets. You can shove all sorts in them.
Well, suppose we eat. I'm starving, and Deb and Nolan are always late.
I'll get it.
Sorry?
Hey, pretty Polly. Come on, give us a kiss. Start as we mean to go on, eh? You are a constant threat to a happy marriage, do you know that? Have a Guinness. Don't mind if I do.
He's on his best behaviour tonight, I've warned him. Wait till you see Dave's girlfriend. It's disgraceful. I'm not fit to be in the same room with her. Why? What's she like?
Come on, girls, let's have the funeral before we have the inquest.
What's she like as a person? Superior?
Oh, superior as opposed to posterior.
Nolan, do better. The sooner he's asleep on the couch, the better.
And the Aztecs actually held women in great respect. It's why they used virgins for their human sacrifices. It was a great honour, you see.
Well, good evening. How are ya?
Rosie, Joe told me you were a vegetarian. Would you like him to make you a cheese omelette or
Oh,
something?
no, thanks, honestly. I'll just eat a few vegetables.
If you're sure.
Looks wonderful, Polly.
Thank you. I made it for Nolan. Meat pie.
Me.
World food shortage.
Wait a minute.
Too.
Yeah.
Little new ones, aren't they?
Hold on. Hold hard, young lady. Hey, your entitlement is to 1/7 of the contents of those dishes, not bloody 3/4.
Nolan, she's not having pie.
That is her misfortune. I'll have her bit of pie if she's turning her nose up, but I'm not going to sit by and see my share of the veg expropriated by an alien fork.
Rosie, take no notice of him. You just help yourself.
Man is by nature carnivorous. The Lord, in his infinite wisdom, created the beasts of the field to make meat pies for hungry Irishmen and, incidentally, leather straps for Dr. Skoll's sandals, you inconsistent little Mexican.
I am not Mexican.
I could have sworn that was what was known in the police gazette as a Zapata-style moustache.
Rosie, he's pulling your leg.
Yeah, just ignore him.
No, he's quite right. It is inconsistent to wear leather sandals if you're vegetarian. I have tried plastic ones, but they make my feet sweat.
Ah, they make her feet sweat, you see.
How do you and, Kelly, is it?
Kerry.
Oh, how do you and Kerry come to know Polly and Joe?
Kerry don't particularly. I got to know Polly through working on the magazine because I'm a photographer.
Oh. I suppose Kerry's a model.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose.
I use her quite a lot.
Oh, do you?
She's got perfect bones.
I suppose that's quite important, bones.
Yeah, well, bones and eyes, really. I mean, like, you get somewhere the bones are all right and then the eyes are crap, or the eyes are okay and they've got shitty bones. Kerry's got both.
Oh, I see.
When are you going to produce another fine son?
Well, that's up to Polly. As far as I'm concerned, one's plenty.
Go forth and multiply, said the Lord. And so saying, he gave you 2 testicles, intending that you should use them both. You've got a redundant ghoulie.
Well, I don't know about using them. You're talking them. You're not even a Catholic.
Lapsed, but not forgotten. Irish history should be forgotten by the Irish and remembered by the English. Who said that?
Sure.
Absolutely positive. Ah, you don't teach history, you inherit it.
Take no notice. Into his eye could have been an IRA volunteer, but I didn't have the Latin routine.
Machismo.
Bless you.
That's what it's all about. Machismo. It's the same in Mexico. Male pride.
Male pride, right. That's what it's all about. In New York, they call it heart. We call it balls. A man has to demonstrate.
For example,
For example?
when he thought there was a rat in the cellar, you should have seen him dithering about at the top of the steps, tucking his trousers into his boots, saying, "Come on, Debs, you go first, it's all right." My husband, the hero.
It's amazing how many men are actually physical cowards.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to see you in the bogside, darling, going up against the B specials with half a brick and a damn hanky.
You were never in the bogside.
Not the point, not the point.
You were in Salford. The closest you ever got was St. Patrick's Day. He dressed up in a black beret and sunglasses. He looked like Groucho Marx.
For example, I delivered my son with my own hands. I have the photographs to prove it.
Well, I don't think I could do that. I think I'd be sick.
There's nothing to it.
So he says. Huh.
I'm planning to have a child next year.
Oh.
It's just a question of finding the right father. It'll have to be somebody caring, somebody warm. I do have somebody in mind at the moment, actually.
Does he know?
Oh, I'm not going to tell him.
Oh, you're not going to tell him?
Well, not until the child's at least 15. Perhaps not even then.
Don't you think that's a bit unwise?
Bloody stupid.
No, you see, I'll be a role model. I'll be saying, look, it's tough, but it can be done, you know?
You want that?
Nolan, it's cold.
I was brought up on cold potatoes when we could get them.
The great Salford potato family.
Don't mock, woman. Hundreds of Donnellys died in the hunger.
Stop being so dramatic. You've got pie on your nose. Hundreds of Donnellys died.
And what about my family, who were gassed to death?
They missed one, though, didn't they?
Actually, I don't think that's funny.
Perhaps I'd better take him home.
No, he's a good laugh.
Oh-ho! The desperado of the Greeny layout has spoken. Don't patronize me, you lens twiddler.
Is he always like that?
Hey, Rosie. How about Flash Harry here to sire you little piglets? Is he warm enough, would you say? Certainly wet enough.
As a matter of fact, he's not like this as a rule. He usually gets into towering glooms about his IRA pals and starts muttering about kneecappings.
Wish Dave wouldn't keep looking at her like that. It's obscene.
Shh, calm down. It's okay. Well, it's a disaster, but, well, I guess it's one of those dinner parties you can tell people about. Dinner parties.
Oh, God, these are still frozen.
The only reason they appeal to your middle-class liberal is that your middle-class liberal is even more boring. Which is why he's always on about wogs and whales and windmills.
I'm not middle class. My dad was a steelworker.
You are middle-class by marriage, which is a terrible fate for a man, as I now realise.
I'm sorry my father was a doctor, Nolan. I apologise for having a detached house and a pony. I'll try not to do it again.
Well...
Well, what?
Well, I wasn't brought up on Beatrix bloody Potter. Only had one book in our house. That was Home Nursing
1943.
Oh, thank you. Do you realise I have never been to a pantomime? Deborah here, on the other hand, spent her formative years at the sodding pantomime, learning how to contradict people. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, no, it isn't. It's assertion training for the middle classes.
I don't know why he's so obsessed with the middle classes.
Inverted snobbery, I should think.
What, class are you, Kerry?
I've no idea.
Oh.
Go on, Rosie, you can do it, baby. Oh, holy God.
Bravo.
By God, woman, you've got beefy arms.
Thank you.
Well, this is what they call an embarrassing silence, isn't it? And don't start telling us about Mexico, dear.
Dave, you see those photographs
Yeah.
up on the shelf?
Oh, right.
I've been going through them. Look, what about this one?
Let's have a look. Yeah, that should do the trick. There's a lot of scope in there.
Yes, well, that's the point, really, isn't it?
Is that what you're working on at the moment?
Yes, it's a U2 feature. You know, U2 can be glamorous, attractive, and whatever. We give her a new makeup, new hairstyle, new clothes. And then Dave here photographs the result.
Retouching when necessary.
Yes, retouching where necessary. And then I do a little interview with her about how it's changed her life. And that's it, really.
I'm sorry, but I think that's disgusting. No, I really do. You're encouraging this poor girl to think that plastering herself with mascara and all that crap can change her life for the better.
Maybe it can.
You're teaching her to seek male approval for how she looks.
Look, she is going to seek male approval whether we do this article or whether we don't. Why can't you wear makeup and still be a feminist? You have to look your worst before you can join. If you abolish makeup, you know what will happen, don't you? The ones who don't need it to look good are going to get all the men.
Listen, love. As long as women go on competing with each other, men will be able to exploit them. You're just playing into their hands. Look, if I can learn not to judge myself against my sisters, so can you.
Oh, shut your great Mexican godwoman.
I am not Mexican.
Nolan! Any minute now he'll start singing Ireland Boys Hurrah.
Ireland boys hurrah!
It's a sure
Ireland
sign he's
boys
out
hurrah!
of his brains.
We'll fight for Ireland,
punch up,
Irish,
Joe.
Ireland
Rosie,
boys
you're not going,
hurrah!
are you?
Sing!
I'd really like to stay and continue our discussion in a less negative atmosphere, actually, so I think I'd better go, if everyone else is staying.
Well, look, let's you and I get together sometime and have a proper chat, okay?
You're not going, are you, love? Come on now. Here's a kiss. No hard feelings. Come on. Come on.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. She's a fine girl. She has 5 o'clock shadow. Come on now, the pretty Polly. Ooh.
Nolan!
My God, that sound follows me everywhere. Nolan.
Isn't she a pain?
She can afford to be, looking like that.
I mean, Dave kept going on about this fantastic woman, but, you know, I thought, oh, well, that's just Dave.
I don't see how I can compete.
Why? Do you fancy him?
Well, I think so. What have I got to compete with that? 10 O-levels, an honours degree from Warwick, and that was using your nose.
Oh, well, you just have to be like Rosie, not bothered. Can you imagine not caring what people think about you and believing it when they say, oh, it doesn't matter what you look like. But real beauty, like that, stuns you, doesn't it? I just keep staring at her.
I expect she's used to it.
Joe. Ah, Joe. The thing is, Joe, you're an only child, am I right? So you don't know what it means when I say to you that you are my brother. It means that I would do anything for you. I'd do anything in this stinking lousy world for you.
Well, how about giving Deb the car keys for me?
Anything. I mean it.
I'm actually very interested in photography. Not that I know anything about it, but I would like to look at your pictures, if you wouldn't mind, well, you know, showing them to me sometime.
Well, yeah, you should come round. Come round sometime.
Oh, I'd love to. Where do you live?
Well,
Oh, well,
so,
here you are. Write it down.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a number, and then you give us a call, and then when you come in, and I mean, you're both very welcome.
Both?
Yeah.
Him? He's the least visual person in the world. I could walk around stark naked. He wouldn't even notice.
Oh. I'll tell you what, Polly, I think we ought to shoot, you know, because we're working in the morning.
Oh, okay. Would you like some more coffee or something?
No, so, no, all right. I'll see myself out, and thanks very much for everything. It's lovely. God bless.
Nice to see you, Dave.
Joseph.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Karen.
All right.
Bye-bye,
See you
Kay.
around yourself. Yeah.
See you
Lou.
soon.
Bye-bye. God bless. Smashing.
Dave.
Oh, sorry. You were wonderful. You made them all look idiots.
Who's for coming down the Irish Club? Swift Jameson, kick a few heads, what do you think?
Nolan, we have 2 children and a babysitter at home, and there's Gabriel upstairs.
Yeah, well, me and Joe could go.
Well, that wouldn't be fair on Polly and Deb.
Oh, my God. If it wasn't for women, we could have a great time in this world. See here, darling, if you haven't got any more whiskey, do you have any gin?
God, you'll be sick. Look at the state of you.
Bloody Beatrix Potter! I won't have it in the house, you know.
Dave's left his lighter.
Oh, I'll give it to him. I'm seeing him soon.
I survived my childhood without Peter Rabbit and Miss Moppet and soddy Mrs. Tiggywinkle. She's responsible for all of this. For my 10th birthday, I desperately wanted a bike. And I got slippers with bubbles on.
But you just sat there. Not a word in my defense. You just sat there, smiling nicely and pouring wine. You're a wimp, Joseph.
Oh, knock it off, woman.
That's your answer to everything, isn't it? Just don't talk about it and it'll go away. Why are you so afraid of getting angry?
Look, it's usually a waste of time, that's all.
You're oppressed.
I agree with you.
Did you fancy Rosie?
What?
Come on. I wouldn't mind. I could not be jealous of anyone that fat. But did you fancy her?
Look, I refuse to pander to your paranoid fantasies.
Oh, please. Pander to my paranoid fantasies, please.
Okay. Well, yes. Yes, there's something very attractive about a warm, bountiful woman who's so unself-conscious about her appearance.
Oh, God.
She's her own person. I felt as though I could relate to her individuality and her tits.
No, they're revolting.
Magnificent. Like being wrapped in a continental quilt.
Oh, come on, you're lying, aren't you? You couldn't, could you?
Hmm. Yeah, if I was absolutely desperate, I could... Right, next question.
Next question. What about Kerry?
What about her?
Well, I mean, anyone in the world would want to with Kerry, wouldn't they?
No. It'd be boring. It'd be like going to bed with a Cindy doll.
Yeah. But you could never be bored with her or angry with her for long. You just have to look at that amazing profile.
Well, it depends what you think is important. I happen to rate intelligence
That's
above
not
pro...
the point! The point is that a profile can change somebody's life. God, it's so depressing.
You know, Nolan's right. You are a spoiled middle-class brat. It's a good job we both love you.
Nolan. He was gawping at her almost as much as Dave was.
You know very well that Nolan fancies you.
Ah, that's just his blarney, because he knows he can't get me. Anyway, he's hopeless, according to Deb.
Such loyalty.
Oh, come on, she loves him. They love each other. They're just round public to make themselves more interesting. It's all a game.
I'm so tired.
I won't wake you up. I'll be dead quiet.
You wake him, though. You always do.
Well, he'll be awake soon enough anyway. What's the difference, for God's sake? You are hysterical, woman. What's the matter with you? I don't know. You used to be so calm.
Get out!
Look, Deb.
Get out! Bring the bottle. I'll take the lot.
The way I feel, darling.
Oh, Nolan, please help me. You'll have to hold him while I do the feed again.
Oh, God, he stinks.
Change him.
Jesus, let's leave him.
He won't take the feed unless it's dry. You know he won't.
He'll eat if he's hungry.
Here. Oh, Nolan. Christ. Nolan!
Look, you will tidy up, won't you? I mean, your lecture's not until 10:30. The rubbish needs doing, and will you ask Mrs. Clark to do the bedroom, but not if her leg's bad? And please, collect Gabriel's medicine.
Go on, you'll be late.
Will you ask Mrs. Clark about her leg?
Yes?
Okay. And if Gabriel cries when you leave him at Jones, give him the pink teddy.
Yeah, just go.
All right. Bye-bye, darling. See you later.
Hello? Dave? Oh, it's Deb here. We met the other night at Polly's. I'm fine. How are you? Good. The thing is, you left your lighter, and I was wondering if I could come round and see your pictures and bring it round. Well, the thing is, I'd have to get somebody to look after the kids. Oh, no, I'd love to come.
Polly! So this is our little victim, eh?
This is Julie.
Hello, Julie.
How'd you do?
Well, congratulations, eh? On being chosen.
She's a bit overwhelmed.
Bound to be. I suppose soft focus can do a certain amount.
You don't think she's too waif-like?
Oh, no, she's well this side of anorexic.
We do want someone the readers can identify with.
I think the ordinariness is there. You know, I sometimes think it would be easier to do the after first and then mess them up for the before. Who are you using, by the way?
Gavin at Making Faces, Leslie for the hair. I'm talking to Janet about the clothes, and I thought Dave Nichols for the photography.
Ah, now, when? I have him penciled in for a location job on Friday. I'd like you to do the captions on that, by the way.
Fine. No, we're talking about Thursday.
Fine. Okay, Julie?
Fine.
I would like to do an honest piece with Julie about her reactions. You know, a sort of in-depth thing about her opinion of her own appearance.
Fine. But keep it upbeat, okay? Snappy. Bit of glamour, bit of fun. This is a skipping through the boutiques feature, Polly, not a staring in the mirror feature.
Yes, but it goes deeper, doesn't it? I mean, as women...
As women, it's our job selling magazines. If you want to write some gloomy feminist tirade...
Not at all.
This is simply...
I mean, I am a feminist.
I am a feminist. I expect Julie here is a feminist. It doesn't mean you have to wear batik boiler suits and go on about tampons all the time.
Of course not.
Good. Well, that's fine, then. Well, have fun.
Telling the things you used to say to me.
They're great.
Yeah.
Which is your favourite? So peaceful here. Is Kerry working?
Yeah. But she don't live here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You cold?
No, I'm fine.
You shivered?
No, I'm okay, really. Can I look at your records?
Yeah, go on.
So peaceful here. I know I keep saying that. Can't imagine what my house is like.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Is it all right to put a record on?
Yes. Oh, hang on. Here you go. Some of that. That'll do you. That'll do you. That'll do.
Every day gets a little closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way.
I like your jacket.
Yeah? It was a present from Kerry.
Oh.
Every day gets a little faster. Everyone's going out and ask her.
Have you ever,
Love like yours.
made love to someone you hardly know, that you've only just met? Have you ever gone to bed with someone you hardly know?
What, you mean, parties?
Anytime.
Love's a little stronger.
It can be quite nice.
Yeah.
Provided you fancy them.
Look now, Deb. This is getting a bit, I mean... Look, I think you're very nice.
I think you are as well.
Yeah, I gathered that.
Dave. I wouldn't be a nuisance afterwards, I promise I wouldn't.
You sure this is a good idea?
Yes. Yes.
Love's a little stronger.
I love your smell.
Do you ever
What is it?
true love?
Peckerman.
Mine's Cow and Gate, I think.
Every day gets a little closer. Go real fast.
If you want the bathroom or anything, it's up the top of the stairs.
Oh, no, thanks. It's okay.
There's, no rush or nothing, but, you know, I've got some people to see in a bit.
Oh, of course. I'll get out of your way. Oh, Dave. Thank you. It's fantastic.
Don't mention it, really.
But when can I see you again?
I'm not sure. I'll give you a ring.
Or I could ring you.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you. Bye-bye.
It was lovely. Really was.
hello. Is Polly in? Are you a mate of hers?
Mrs. Crichton's in the kitchen.
Great.
Who shall I say?
Polly, hello.
Hello, Rosie.
Oh, any tea going? Only I've been talking for hours. I am absolutely parched.
Yes, of course.
I'll give you a tray, Mrs. Crichton, and take it through to the dining room.
Oh, Christ, no. A tea bag and a mug will do me. The thing is, Polly, I was thinking about the discussion we had the other evening. And, well, I was wondering if you'd like to come along to the women's group next Wednesday.
Wednesday?
I'd love you to come along.
Well, I'll try to make it.
Why don't you come as well? We can learn such a lot from the women of your generation. So much wisdom and compassion has been handed down, you know? So I'd really like to invite both of you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I will try to come, but I can't speak for Mrs. Clark.
I'm not really with you, dear. What is it you want me to do?
Oh, just come and share the moment. Oh, can you dance, sing, write, or play an instrument?
No.
Only we're trying to organise a Woman Alive Day. Just a day of women showing what they can do. You know, painting, acting, singing, writing poems. I mean, as a professional writer yourself, it would be marvellous if you could come and give us all a bit of encouragement. There are all these submerged talents that women have got just waiting to burst out.
Ah, yes, but how do you know? I mean, what if they're not so much submerged as absent?
Oh, everybody can do something. Even if it's only something humble. Or something you've been conditioned to think is humble, like making cakes or knitting. I bet you do marvellous sewing and knitting. Again, it's something we learn from your generation. Ta.
I can't knit to save my life. I'm all thumbs, always have been.
But that's wonderful. You have rejected that stereotype role, woman as knitter. I think that's great. Anyway, you must come down on Wednesday. Oh, I don't suppose you know any female fire eaters or jugglers at all?
Not offhand.
You see, you laugh. You laugh because it sounds incongruous, right? Because basically juggling is a male domain. Well, it's not funny, actually. It's tragic. Right, I'll see you soon then. Ta-ra. Oh, I'll see myself out. Bye.
She seems a nice lady. Unusual.
Actually, I find her utterly depressing.
Oh, she's not a friend of yours, then?
Not really. We don't have that much in common apart from the fact that we're both women, but she seems to think that makes us soulmates.
Oh, yes, but you're not one of these women, are you? You're not against everything?
Oh, I don't know. I sometimes think I might be. I didn't get so fed up with them all.
Oh, you mustn't let her kind upset you, dear. Anyway, she's nobody, is she, great fat lump? Don't suppose she's married, is she?
No, but I don't really
this is it,
see...
isn't it? I mean, I don't want to sound common, but I reckon what she needs is a man.
I don't think that's really the point.
No, well, there you are. What man would have her? Well, we know what happens, don't we? They get bitter, these women. Turns them sour. Oh, I'm not saying she's not clever. Too clever for her own good, if you ask me.
You see, she doesn't want a man. Mind you, she does want a baby.
Poor little mite. Poor little toad. I wouldn't give you tuppence for its chances. Not with a slab of lard like that for a mother. I'm sorry if I sound harsh, but that's how it looks from where I'm standing.
You know, they should have you at this meeting, Mrs. Clark. You'd soon tell them what's what.
They wouldn't listen to me.
Yes, of course they would. In fact, if you don't come, Rosie will probably give me a hard time.
Well, if you'd like me to come with you, Mrs. Crichton, that's different.
next? What the dickens?
You are now a tough pirate. You're far, far away at sea. Go on, be fierce. Act fierce. That's good. Yes. Yes. Go ahead. That's it. Now, be fierce. Drop your other arm. Left. That's it. Nice one. Smash it. Good stuff. Yeah, you're about to board ship. That's it. Go on. Now, fierce at me. Fierce at me. Look at me. That's nice. That's nice. That's good. Lovely. That's it.
I believe Deb came round to see you.
That's one way of putting it.
Oh?
Well, didn't she tell you we ended up in bed together?
I wouldn't have thought she was your type.
Could you look up a bit more? Up a bit more. That's nice.
So, you took advantage.
Hardly. I just didn't know how to get rid of her. No, keep your chin up. Keep your chin. Look at me. That's nice.
Dave, you're a twat.
I know. Right, stay there. Don't move. Jeffrey, do something with the brolly. Don't go mad. Just a touch nip. That's it. Go on. Go on. Lovely. Smash it. Stay there. Well, what am I going to do? She's bound to call me.
I don't know. I just do not know what is wrong with her. I mean, normally she is so sensible. You know, she even has lists of crockery taped to her cupboard doors.
That's not sensible. It's neurotic. Now listen, next time, don't smile. You just look pretty, yes? Or try to look thoughtful, like this. If you can manage it, that's it. That's nice. That'll be nice.
Deirdre, the sash, darling.
I mean, can you have a word with her?
I am not doing your dirty work.
When not?
Deb is my friend. All right, I'll have a word and see what she says, but I'm not going to be disloyal to her.
No.
Anyway, maybe she'll leave it at that now.
I doubt it. She enjoyed it too much.
And you didn't, I suppose.
No. Not enough to bother about it. There you go. All nice. All
Smash.
finished. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Lovely. Well done.
Thanks, Deb. Okay, Deirdre, leave the clothes. I want to have a word with Julie now. How she feels. Well, Julie, have a seat, darling. Bring the chair. How do you feel?
No, it's very nice. It's great, really. It doesn't seem like me.
Well, can you explain exactly what you mean by that?
I don't know, really. Like I say, I mean, it's not me. I mean, once I've washed this lot off and my hair gets messy again, I'll be no better off, will I? I've had to wishing I had a job and a bloke. I mean, it's daft, isn't it, when you think of people looking at my picture and wishing they was me.
Hello. Oh, hello. Yeah.
You're all talking as if it's supposed to be different. I can change my whole life.
You can't tonight.
Well, I can't. I mean, I'm not middle class, am I?
Well, yeah. Okay. There you go.
Oh.
Go on.
Thank you.
What'd you think?
Oh, I like them. They're great. You pleased with them?
No, they're terrible. I mean, I've done my best. She's no model.
No, I can see that.
Do you want to sit down? No, it's not good for sitting.
Oh,
No.
sorry. If I come for an interview. Dave.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about you. I shouldn't have come. I realise that. I had to see you. I'm going crazy. I want you so much.
You said there would be no hassle. You said, like, all that was silly. Look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have let you come. I mean, I didn't want any of this to happen.
But you made love to me.
You asked me to.
Oh,
Now,
God,
come
I
on.
know.
Don't. Come on. Here. Come on.
Oh, Dave.
Now, come on, please, now. Ooh. There you go.
go in a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't, Polly. Would you stop saying you're sorry?
Don't tell Polly, will you?
No. Of course not.
I don't know what's happening to me.
Look, I know, you know, I'm not much help. I'm not very good at all this.
Well, neither am I, believe me. Oh, I'll go now. I'll write an apologetic note when I'm feeling better.
Yeah, do that. Bye-bye.
You know, I used to think I had the happiest marriage in the world. 10 years, devoted hubby, cosy dinner parties, 2-car garage, villa on Marbella, the whole bit. But I was living on Valium and Barbara Cartland. And one day I thought, where's your life gone, Chris? So I left, just got in the Mini and went. But you see, up until that point, I didn't realise. I thought, this is life, I've got everything. But inside, I was a wreck. I used to go to bed in the afternoons and just lie there, staring at the wall.
Can I bring us back to body image?
Before we do body image, can I just say something about sexual harassment?
We have done that,
Yeah,
Vicky.
I know, but I think it follows on. You know, I was talking about this man at work. He's one of those creepy wimps that hang around the women's movement. Well, he keeps trying to feel me up and grab my tits. I feel like getting hold of him and shoving his hand down my blouse and shouting, "Go on, admit you want to screw me. Stop pretending to treat me as a person." But I can't. I'm too conditioned.
Would anybody like tea? Can I make some tea?
Of course, Mary. It's all over there.
All I'm trying to say to you, Polly, is you can't afford to be complacent about your situation.
Oh, I'm not. God, I'm not. I think there are loads of things wrong with me. With you? Why should there be anything wrong with you?
Yeah. Why blame yourself? Women do this all the time. It's my fault. I'm a bad woman. I'm evil. Look how dreadful I am.
I don't think I'm really evil.
There you go. Running yourself down all the time. Apologetic, tentative. I used to do the same thing. Some bloke would be sounding off about politics or art, and I'd let him. I think, what do I know about politics? What do I know about art? Cringe, cringe. He's bound to be right. Not anymore. I've got my opinions, and if people don't like it, they can shove it. Okay, so I get a lot of hostility. I can cope.
Well, I'm sorry, but Joe, that's my husband. He really does listen to me.
You're sorry? Why, for God's sake? You're not seeing yourself as a free individual who doesn't need to apologise for herself or for her opinions.
You want my opinions without apology?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think, I know, that women are not a separate class. We're not the new proletariat. That's just an invention of the women's movement, so they can start talking about revolution and oppression. We actually haven't got that much in common with each other.
Crap.
Let her finish. We can be supportive without accepting all of this. Go on, Polly.
Well, the other thing that I dislike, no, that I hate about the movement, is this new Puritanism that we're just supposed to accept. You know, the Puritans hated makeup and pretty clothes and anything that was actually fun for anyone. Well, it's like being back in the 17th century all over again.
Is this the male view of history we're getting now? What about all the women who were burned as so-called witches?
Yes, it's exactly the same thing, you know. Saying all women are potential witches, so burn them. It's the same thing as saying all men are potential rapists, so castrate them. Now, that is fear of the opposite sex. It's fear of sex itself.
You're so bitter. It makes me very sad. You're such a bitter person.
You're being very negative, Polly.
Yes, but I'm afraid I couldn't find matching cups, Miss...
God, don't
Come on,
worry.
Sissy. Let me help.
No, it's all right,
No,
Mrs.
come
Pratt.
on.
You sit down,
sit down.
I can manage.
Come on, Mary. Come and tell us all about yourself. We're all very interested.
Oh, well, I've had a very dull life, really. I've never done anything. My old mum used to say, you'll never set the Thames on fire.
Your life story is interesting, Mary. Every woman's life is interesting.
Well, I have been to Portugal. I could tell you a bit about that.
I'm very interested in the sexual attitudes among women of your generation. I mean, would you say you'd been conditioned to feel sexual shame?
I think I'd rather tell you about Portugal if it's all the same.
Oh, come on. Do you have a fulfilling sex life or not?
Don't really like to talk about that side of marriage.
Okay. Well, look, can we get into our body image thing? How's your body image, Polly?
Not very good, but that's because I'm not particularly attractive.
Oh, my God.
Thank you.
Look, attractive to who? Men, right? I used to have that problem. Oh, nobody fancies me, I can't get a man, all that. And then I realized anybody worth having would see the real me. Not how long my hair is or how long my legs were.
Yeah, but you can't stop people thinking like that just by saying they shouldn't. And as long as they do, then we've got to go on wanting to be beautiful. Very painful.
But why should we care what men think?
Well, it's not just men, it's women too. How do you feel when you see a really beautiful woman? Don't you feel a kind of a heart-sinking envy?
Oh. I used to hate beautiful women.
Conventionally beautiful.
Yeah. I used to want to kill them. I would have traded in all my intelligence, sensitivity, humor, generosity, the lot, in return for a beautiful face. I'm through all that now. All I want now is respect for what I am.
This is all fantastic stuff, Rosie, but I'm waiting to do my sexism in the classics bit.
Are you saying this isn't relevant, Mo?
Of course not, Vic. It's fantastic. But I did do a hell of a lot of research and so on. I'm not putting anybody down at all, but I just feel the stuff I've got is something we all need to get angry about.
I was getting angry with Polly.
Okay, calm down, everyone.
I'm very calm. I'm always calm. It's one of my problems, actually. I keep too calm. I get terrible headaches when I stay really, really calm.
Look, I'm not saying your thing isn't relevant, Mo. It's just that we are trying to help Polly.
Well, so am I. I want to help Polly, too. I stayed calm for too long. That was the problem. No, I can't scream. I actually cannot physically scream.
Well, maybe we could all work on that some other time, Chris.
Oh, I wish I could, you know, just scream. I wanted to scream the first time I saw a man naked, which was my wedding night, incidentally, if you can believe that. I was nearly physically sick. I felt so disgusted with this thing. Sylvia Plath said it reminded her of a turkey neck and turkey gizzard.
That's exactly what I thought. Oh, God, I never knew other people felt like that.
My little sex bomb, aren't you? Hey? I know what it is. You've got this subconscious desire to get pregnant again.
God, never. Never again. Once would have been enough.
I want a huge tribe of Donnellys. A handspan of sons. And my wife in a white penny with a baby in her arms.
That would make me feel ill.
Sean, Seamus, Patrick, Finbar, and Colleen, all sitting round this table. All right.
All right.
Just wanted a cuddle.
You spoil him.
At least look at your son when he comes into a room.
I know what he looks like. I see him all day.
Deb, what is wrong with you?
I'm not well. I don't feel well.
Tell you what, you go to bed, have a rest. I'll look after the kids.
No, I don't want to be on my own.
I think you should see a doctor.
Why does everybody keep saying that?
Oh, who's
Do
everybody?
you think it'd be any help? Oh, yes, quite normal, not to worry. Here's something to help you sleep, something to stop you worrying, something to make you a normal, happy, well-behaved zombie.
Come on. Debs, what's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
You realize that by taking it for granted that I wanted a cup of coffee, you are displaying typical male, arrogant assumptions about my needs and desires as a woman.
I'm not sure I should let you go to any more of these Tupperware parties.
I don't intend to. I have rarely spent a more dispiriting evening in my entire life. God, they are so smug, those women. I tried very hard to fit in. I just didn't belong. I just don't belong anywhere except with you, Joe. Does that make me a hopeless victim of role conditioning?
Hopeless.
Maybe I am, though. Seriously.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Okay, the answer is no, it doesn't. It makes you my wife. And I don't want you got at by a bunch of discontented women. There's nothing worse than ignorant people with a collection of legitimate grievances. Look at Northern Ireland.
It's a good job Nolan isn't here. Honestly, though, I felt like a Conchie at a regimental dinner. I mean, they made me feel inferior because they'd all been messed up rotten by bastards and I hadn't.
I'd do my best.
Are you sure I'm not dominated by your opinions?
What kind of a question's that?
That's a simple question. Am I dominated by your point of view about things?
It's an illogical question. If I say, no, you're not, then you either accept that fact or you don't. Now, if you accept it, then we both agree you're not dominated by me. And if you don't accept it, well, you can't be dominated because you're disagreeing with me. See?
Don't be so bloody patronizing. See? What do you mean, see? I'm not stupid.
So why ask a stupid question?
That's your answer to everything. Reduce it to a logical absurdity and sling it out the window. Nothing gets through. You're so insulated.
Uh-oh. I see. It's try and provoke Joe time, isn't it? Well, I'm sorry. I'm not playing.
I'm not trying to provoke you. I am trying to get through. It's not a game.
I don't see why we need to agonize about anything.
So, nothing worries you.
Look, this is all just a game. You're playing at it, so why should I worry?
Do you dare me to upset you?
Oh, God. You're so silly sometimes. Go on, then.
You come too quickly.
Say again.
She wouldn't use that horrible expression.
What did you say?
Forget it.
No, tell me.
You come too quickly. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I made it up. It's not true. I promise you it's not.
Why haven't you told me before?
It's not true. I made it up for God's bloody sake. I just wanted you to react. That's all.
Okay, just shut up. Forget it.
Joe, stop it! Stop looking like that.
I'm reacting, okay? That's what you wanted, right?
Look, it's not you at all. It's me. I just take too long. That's all.
It's the same thing, you stupid bitch.
Joe, please. Oh, please don't cry. I need you to be calm.
What was he wearing when you saw him?
Look, shouldn't we talk about something else?
Such as? Price of tomatoes?
A black and white chalk striped jacket.
Thin stripes?
Thin stripes. A white silk shirt. Straight jeans and white baseball boots. Possibly cricket boots. No, definitely baseball boots.
Thanks.
Look, are you sure you're not suffering from postnatal depression? I mean, all this about Dave.
I'm not the type. I told you I had the baby, sat her in bed and demanded fish and chips. And that was without pethidine or an epidural.
I know. You're amazing.
Not me. It's Nolan who insisted it should be 100% natural childbirth. But about Dave, Dad, I'm not obsessed with him. I can see all his faults, you know.
You hardly know him.
Just I happen to find his faults rather attractive. Like the way he's shy. Not like Nolan.
Dave is not shy. He's just indifferent. Basically, he's a shit.
You think I don't know that? Of course he's a shit and he's not worth it. I keep getting these terrible pictures in my mind of him making love to Kerry. Making love, not just screwing like it was with me. I can't stop it, Polly. I don't feel responsible for my feelings. They've just taken me over. Think about him touching me, or the way his hair curls at the back and my insides just collapse. Help me. Oh, what am I going to do? Oh, God. I'm like a stupid teenager. The world doesn't seem safe anymore. I feel as though someone's ripped my skin off and my nerve endings are hanging out.
Now, look. I'm sure you'll get over it. I mean, you're basically a Marks and Spencer sort of person, aren't you?
I'm trying to get over it. I've been using self-control and I've used it all up. I haven't got a chance, have I? I mean, against Kerry.
The piece is nice. It doesn't fizz, but it's got a nice aftertaste. I'd like to do it big, spread it across 2 pages. But...
Don't you like them?
As photographs, they're fine, but what's her name? Julie. I mean, to be brutal, there's nothing there, is there?
Well, obviously she's not going to end up looking fantastic.
Precisely, so go out and find someone who will. But the words are fine. Perhaps we could keep the words. Same words, different face,
Look, if I find someone who's beautiful to begin with, it rather defeats the object.
I am not talking beautiful, necessarily. It's a matter of personality and sparkle.
Ugly people don't sparkle.
It's our job to show that they can. Unfortunately, Julie doesn't. Look, what we're saying is, given the right makeup, the right hairdo, plus the right attitude of mind, Mrs. Gorblimey can be Boderick, okay?
Bo Derek has people getting out of their cars to thank her for being so beautiful. Now, your Mrs. Gorblimey can sparkle till she's blue in the face, and it won't make any difference. Look at Marilyn Monroe. She had comic timing, talent, personality, the lot. The real reason that Norman Mailer keeps on writing books about her is that she looked like an angel, a very sexy angel. Otherwise, we never would have heard of her.
You may very well be right. But if we tell our readers that beauty in a woman is A, vital, B, unattainable, unless you've got it already, they're going to go out and buy a different magazine, aren't they?
What am I going to tell Julie?
Oh, be diplomatic. Tell her she just isn't photogenic and give her a couple of prints to send to her aunties. Now, the more immediate problem is the fashion spread. We want something that says, you know, urban, gritty, street level, but very, very chic. The headline is to be, "What about the workers?" And I want you to team up with Dave on tomorrow's session. A zappy 600 words on, well, proletarian pizzazz.
Basically, we're talking about lemon yellow dungarees. Okay. I want to get you looking as though you're actually working. Hang on a second. Excuse me. Hello. Could you spare me a second?
Right, just let me clock on, darling, then I can give you all the time in the world.
No, you see, the thing is, I'm doing a feature on working clothes for the ordinary woman. And I was wondering if I could get you and make clocking on actually with the go.
Well, I'm again lovely. What was it you asked her?
I'm Polly. Hi. And you are? Stan. Hi, Stan. And you're...
Walter.
Hi, Walter. Look, this is Janice and Kerry. We're going to get some pictures. You know, if you can sort of line up, Dave.
Yeah, it's just,
down.
it's just a normal day, lads, right? No, just get friendly, but not too friendly, Walter. I hope you've got clean hands. That's lovely. I'll tell you what you will need. There you go, darling. Have one of them. That's nice. Everybody got one. Have you got one for yourself? There you go. Now, that's nice. Just hold it there. Just lovely. That's it. Normal. That's it. Don't look big. Let's look now. Now, everybody go through the machine. That's normal. These girls mean nothing to you. You want to see them every day. That's it. Lovely. Jeffrey, we'll try and use what's there. This is real life. That's nice. Right, that'll be lovely. Well, can you look as if you know what you're doing with it, sweetheart?
What am I doing with it?
Well, it should be lit, really. Yeah, hang on. Polly, can we get permission to light this thing? I want to get a shower of sparks.
I don't know, I can ask.
Go on.
Forget me! Oh, God, I'm terrified. I cannot even hold sparklers on bonfire night.
Just keep it well away from the outfit.
Okay. We really ought to have them wearing hairnets, you know. It's regulations with the machinery.
Do you want to suggest that?
Well, no. But I bet we get letters about it.
So we ignore them.
You're a great one for ignoring things, aren't you?
Meaning?
Meaning Deb, for instance.
Listen, I don't know what she told you, but she cannot claim I ignored her. I was very nice, actually.
suppose you realise she's obsessed with you.
She's just a very emotional lady.
Makes a change from Kerry.
Carrie's emotional. She cried when the dog got run over.
I don't suppose she went at all red-eyed and blotchy, did she?
No. No, she cried very attractively. I was jealous of that dog. Dirty, dead carcass. She's weeping in bed. That's nice, yeah.
Yeah, knockout. Okay, Janey.
Jeffrey? Set?
Kerry, put your left foot up on the dashboard. That's it, that's lovely. You're unspeakably good looking. Yeah, Janice, try and look as if you mean it. Jeffrey, after this man gets the nick on. That's it, nice. Stay there. There. No, but Deb, I tell you, I've never been so embarrassed in all my life. Janice, lean over a bit. Lean over. That's it, that's lovely. Go on, now smash it. I mean, she threw a complete wobbler. She was sobbing all over my shirt. Hold it. Nice. I mean, I really thought she was going to crack up on me. Luckily, she will. That's it, lovely. Hold it there. Nice. Lovely. I mean, I don't know, perhaps she's on heat or something. She's a bit bloody voracious. That's lovely.
I think she just wants a bit of drama in her life, basically. I'm sure she'll get over it, given time.
Lovely. No. Turn your face towards me. Now try and look mischievous if you can. That's it. Well, try not to look terrified anyway. There you are. Go on. That's lovely.
Anyway, I'm really glad you understand. She's really sensible as a rule.
Yeah, well, it's just one of them things you have to go through, isn't it?